Hey folks, thanks for tuning in. Today's video is going to be on the VapeDynamics Hera loose leaf herb vaporizer. But before we start the review, let's talk a little bit about Greek mythology. Hera was the goddess of women and marriage. She was also the wife and sister of Zeus. Now Hera had a jealous streak and she sought vengeance with anyone who showed a romantic interest in Zeus. And now Hera is back in the form of a loose leaf herb vaporizer. Is she also the goddess of vaporizers? You be the judge. The first thing we're going to do is just unbox it to show you what comes inside your kit. So opening it up, the first thing you'll see is your Hera vaporizer. Let's move that to the side for right now and see what's on the bottom. Move this little flap right here. You do have your instruction booklet, which is all in English. I'll put that to the side. You then have it's like a retractable USB connector. This is the kind that you could pull out and it'll go back inside this container. You do have a pick and a brush as well. You also have the wall charger that connects to your USB, so if you want to charge this directly to your wall outlet, you can. And finally, it looks like you have 3 different rubber mouthpieces that you could put on your Hera. This is great if you're actually vaping something with some friends of yours, and for sanitary measures, you may want to use this just to keep the germs out. So let me go ahead and put this to the side real quick and concentrate on the Hera itself. Okay. So looking at the Hera, it's a pretty nice design. It's a hard plastic and it's ergonomic. It feels pretty good in my hand. As far as size is concerned, it's about 4.1 inches long. And to give you an idea of basically how it looks compared to some other popular vaporizers, here's the V2 Pro Series 3, which is a little skinnier and longer. I'll put that to the side. And you got the Pro Series 7, which is about the same height, but the V2 Pro Series 7 is a lot thicker, wider pretty much, so to speak. But there's that. And then you have the Vaporify Orbit, which is probably the most similar in size. Now this has a 2200 milliamp battery that comes with this. And when you open it up, basically what you need to do is hold it to the side, put your thumb on the mouthpiece and push, pops right out. You've got your chamber right there, and this is one of those medically grade stainless steel chambers which will hold 0.5 grams of dry herb. Now the Hera comes in 3 different colors. You can get this in black, which is what I have right here, red, or white. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and put some herb inside of here, and I'll show you how it vapes. Alright, so I do have some dry herb here on the table. This is a combination of various mints and chamomile, which I tend to like when I'm vaping. And I don't have a great method on how to get this inside the chamber, but this seems to work pretty well for me. You pretty much have to grind it up really, really well and just kind of slide that in there. And again, it holds 0.5 grams, so that's quite a bit. And let's see here. Maybe a little bit more. Okay, I'll put that to the side, and I'll use my little pick to make sure it's packed in there fairly good. You don't want to pack it in too tightly though. Let me add a little more. Okay, I think that should do it. Put the top back on. Now, again, it has a 2200 milliamp battery. To turn it on, you basically press the button 5 times like you do any other vaporizer that you have in your possession. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It turns it on. Now this has a little memory chip in it that'll tell you, it'll basically go back to the temperature that you had when you last used the Hera. When you first get this kit, it's going to be set at 350 degrees, but you can bring it all the way up to 430 degrees. And you could set it at basically one degree of the temperature at a time. So between 350 to 430 degrees, you pretty much have 80 different temperature settings for the Hera. And I got it at 415. Let's just make it 414. Let's make it to 415. Take a look right here. It'll show you the battery setting. Right now it's about 3/4 full. When you first get this, put it in the charger, let it charge for about 4 hours to get it to the full capacity, and then you go ahead and start vaping it. It shows you that it's written right here, heat. That means it's heating the chamber to the desired temperature. Right above that, it shows you the current temperature. Once it reaches temperature, it shows it listed as warm. So what this is telling you right now is that the chamber inside here is at 415 degrees and it's ready to start vaping. If you want to bring it to a higher temperature, press the 5 button or the plus button. I'll bring it up to 420 and it shows it that now it's at 420 degrees. Between 350 degrees and 430 degrees, which are its different extremes, it only takes about 45 seconds for it to reach the desired temperature setting. So this is pretty quick when it comes to getting to the temperature you want it to be. So it's all set and it's ready to go. Let me go ahead and start vaping this thing. So it's at 420 degrees. It's ready to vape. And keep in mind before you vape any of these herb vaporizers, it's not going to be the same as any kind of e-liquid based vaporizer. You're just not going to get that kind of vapor coming out. This just heats up the herb to a temperature to where vapor is created, but there is no combustion. So you're not going to see those clouds like you do with some other vaporizers out there. But here we go. I'm sure you probably picked that up. It's a pretty good amount of vapor right there. And you want to take slow, deliberate drags in order to get that vapor out of this thing. It's really nice. I could taste the chamomile, I could taste the mint. To turn it off, you press the button 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's turned off. Now when I turn it back on again, it'll be at 420 degrees because it does have the memory of your last temperature setting. Alright, so what do I think about the VapeDynamics Hera? Overall, I think it's a very good herb vaporizer. I do like the fact that it's got a temperature setting that could be adjusted at 1 degree increments, which is outstanding because there are different types of herbs out there that people may want to vape, and some of them have a different temperature setting or that's optimized for them than others. So if something vapes at the ideal temperature of 403 degrees, I could put this thing at 403 degrees to get the best setting for the vaporization of the herb. That's nice. Some of them just have, other vaporizers out there have low, medium, or high heat. This gives you right down to the exact temperature setting. I like that. 80 different settings for this thing. It's phenomenal. I do like the fact that it tells me when it's heating up and at what temperature it's currently at, along with the battery life. It gives me a lot of indicators out there that I need when I'm vaping this thing. If I turn it on and I'm bringing it up to a temperature setting and I see that my battery is down to 1/4, I know I'm not going to get too much out of this. By the way, just so you know that you'll get about a 5-minute hit time on this thing before your battery shuts down. And that's just a battery saving energy measure that it uses. You could always just turn it back on again, get it back to the temperature, and get another 5 minutes out of it. What I don't like is the battery life on this thing. It's a little short, but if you're anywhere near a charger, a laptop, or a wall outlet, that's not going to be a concern for you at all. The price is a little high. It's about $130, but you are getting a lot of technology with this kit, and it does have a 1-year limited warranty, which is always good. It gives you a little bit of peace of mind. I do have a link on the bottom of my video that takes you to a website that sells the VapeDynamics Hera. Occasionally, they do have sales and discounts on this kit. So go ahead and give it a click and see what's available. And if you do get the VapeDynamics, please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think of it, what you liked, what you didn't like about it. I look forward to hearing your comments. Thanks for checking out my video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.